Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just some running video today. We got out in the snow, played around for a little bit with the SCX6. Had a lot of fun. Conditions weren't the best for crawling, so we decided just to go down and play near this creek, run through some water and some sloppy wet snow, which is, you know, it was fun. We were going to go up and try to do some rock crawling, but realized conditions were just it's nowhere near possible to crawl on rocks with this slippery, just mushy, wet snow. Just not getting any traction. Might be cool to try like some studded tires at some point, or some snow chains. So it might work on that, depending on if we really get any more snow this year. It's been one of those off years. But it was fun to get out and play. I will say this, a word of advice: if you're going to get out in these conditions, snow, water, anything like that, you really want to kind of do a little prep beforehand. Maybe pull your axles apart and make sure everything is really well greased. Just pack everything with grease. Even the surface of the bearings, I usually smear like a layer of grease on it, just to kind of keep some of the water out. And then, of course, afterward, the cleanup is really key. You want to blow everything out, you know, get it as dry as possible. I set mine in front of a small heater, like an electric heater that just blows hot air on it, and let it sit for a couple hours, really try to dry it out. But then take a good look at it and see like where you're starting to get any kind of little bit of light rust buildup, and just hit it with some WD-40 or some other kind of rust preventative lubricant. Bearings and stuff, you want to kind of, don't just put your truck on the shelf and let it sit, because what happens, any little bit of water that sits inside the bearings starts to create rust, and they will seize up. So it's good to at least kind of rotate everything a couple times. If you can, throw another battery in after you think everything is dry, like maybe even the next morning. Throw a battery in and just drive it around on the pavement, wherever, on grass, whatever you got in your house, just to get everything kind of moving again. So if there is any little bit of water in the bearings, it's not going to just completely seize up. The worst case is just to let it sit, and that's where you run into big problems. But anyway, it's a ton of fun. I can't avoid playing in water and stuff like this with this truck. It's just so much fun. As far as setup on these trucks, you'll see mine sporting a nice new paint job. If you want to try doing that on yours, check out my other vid where I stripped the paint off of my original red body and repaint it. I think it came out really cool. I really like it so much better than the original red. I have some new wheels on mine there. Just some Amazon, I think they were like the Best Life wheels. I'm actually going to do a quick little short review on that coming up soon, because minor issues with them, but overall they were good quality. So I just want to show you guys, you know, a little more info on those wheels. And what else? I am running the bigger Spectrum 1/5 servo. That worked out really well. We are both running the Three Brothers anti-foams, which I would highly recommend. Not only do they work great all around, but if you are getting any water in your tires, you want to run like a 3D printed foam. You don't want to deal with just a standard foam getting wet and just falling apart. What else? We both have some relatively new rock lights installed, so hopefully we're going to get out and do a little bit of night running. Get some footage of that coming up soon, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty deep here.
What else? I'm still running stock tires on mine. Matt on his red truck here has the J-Concept Tusks. In the snow, I didn't notice a huge difference. They both work pretty well. You'll notice in some spots that Matt's truck, the red one, just doesn't have really good wheel speed. He ends up getting stuck a decent amount, and that's just simply because he's running the Three Brothers Black Jacket Outrunner motor, but he realized that he has the motor direction reversed, but he corrected it in his radio, but that still means that he's not getting full power and forward. He actually has his reverse set, I think, to 50 or 75%. So it's technically running in reverse through the ESC, so it's limiting his forward drive. So that was more of an issue in the snow than anywhere else. And we did burn through batteries pretty damn quick. Usually I can get over an hour run time, hour and a half even on I'm running like a 6000 4S. Dude, and I think maybe in about 35 minutes in the snow here, the battery was just done.
Oops.
So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of just full throttle, tires slipping, and the weight, all the extra snow buildup on the truck, and really ate through the batteries quick. But yeah, had a really good time. Yeah, some hard hits. Was kind of always worried about plastic in the cold weather, and you know, you'll see toward the end of the video that I kind of do a little bit of a bonehead move and end up breaking my front axle. Luckily, it was at the end of the run. There was just this big rock kind of outcropping in the parking lot that I've played around on in the past, and it was covered with snow, and I didn't realize that the one edge sticks up so high, and I kind of hit it at full speed trying to get up and over the rock and just smashed my front axle directly into it, and it immediately just snaps in half. And that's mainly because of the cold temperatures. I mean, it was a little warmer at this point because the snow was starting to melt, but 35 degrees, and then just, this is the rock here we see on the way back. I just, way too much speed. But yeah, the axles were just pretty much in ice all day long, so they were as cold as can be right here. So right about here, boom, broken front axle. But $20, not the end of the world. I'm not going to go aluminum or anything like that. I think plastic is fine.
We got a problem
I just
here.
got to stop driving full speed into rocks. But that's it, guys. Hope you liked the video, and yeah, see you in the next one. Later.